Bubble blowing baby hunt. Well, you're in luck because I'm in my mid-20s. I was a baby, but not anymore. This place is so masculine, the frame rate's dropped again. Can a man not sit?
It's called the smash.
What? Could you repeat that? It's called the what smash? That is the most based ability name I have ever heard.
That doesn't sound hard.
Well, just wait till you sit on it, Pat. You gotta sit on all of the thugs in order to get the key back.
That sounds hard.
Not as hard as Matt. You're going too far again.
Careful. Easy. You got
SpongeBob, the aspect ratio. SpongeBob. Look, they have empty soda cans on the ground. Oh, I'm sorry. They were actually bottles. My mistake. An egregious lapse of judgment on my part. You know what doesn't make me a baby? I had a bowl of nails for breakfast today. Without any milk. I didn't even use water as a supplement. Although it did get a little wet from the, you know, the whole blood part of it. No one ever told me that if I was gonna eat nails, it would lead to serious health problems. It was also a rusty nail too. Because I just gotta prove just how much of a fucking masculine manny I am. I'm a real man. A big, real man. I play SpongeBob. There's only one way to prove that I'm truly masculine. I have to play Legend of the Lost Spatula on the hardest difficulty setting. The Disco Star task is now open to play. All right, let's do it. This is truly manly. They shape these boxes in the way that makes them look like a penis. To be a real man, you must walk away from the disco place, go into the bathroom, and cry at how poorly you did dancing in front of a large crowd of people. A real man openly expresses his feelings. He cries directly on the disco dance floor. Can't believe Patrick was copying SpongeBob. This must be where they keep the craft beer. We are going to war with the cucumbers of the sea. Nope, they're just straight up space aliens. As an adaptation, I would not be surprised if they decided to deviate from the main path of the story. I mean, it's totally fine. Oh my god, there was a slight change in the game adapted from the movie. What the hell? There are sea cucumbers that have martial freaking arts.
Is the room spinning or is it just me?
No, SpongeBob, you're the one who's spinning.
Victory!
I think you forgot to say screech. I can't believe they just decided to throw away a good classic SpongeBob reference. I remember the victory screech. It fills me with such nostalgia whenever I hear SpongeBob do it. Like when I hear the just wow, every time it gets me. It makes me feel a wave of positive emotion. Ooh, treasure chest. I'm not gonna go to it though. Another man's treasure is another man's trash.
beware of the girth.
The girth. The girth, yes. Do beware of the girth. For the girth is massive. And incomprehensible. The muscle is just... I can't even describe it with words. It's something you have to see for yourself, but if you do see it, you'll ultimately be driven to madness. It's like if you're like reading something from the Cthulhu mythos. Looking at this girth is like looking into the eyes or the tentacles of Cthulhu. What do you think is inside of Cthulhu's tentacles? Maybe it's the name of H.P. Lovecraft's cat. Oh boy, that is a can of worms that I do not want to open. If I had a cat, I would not feed it a can of worms, especially if it was racist. The cat's name is Casey. Oh, oh, oh! I do that because making loud noises are funny. It's the 21st century. Get your racist shit out of here. Screaming in the mic is the future. Oh, going in clutch. Yeah! Poggers! Poggers! Oh, now you have the balls to do it. I have an idea on how I can beat this guy. All I have to do is... Oh my god. He outsmarted me. The AI in this game is amazing! We have created something special. We made fish in this 2021 video game move in response to you. And then this game, like, you know, or it's been out for a long time and it says, step aside, loser. I know exactly what's gonna happen. I know exactly what's gonna happen. You see, those barrels are explosive. I'm gonna try to get up to the golden spatula, and then the explosion's gonna happen. The spatula is gonna fall down this tube area, and then I have to go down that side. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Can't believe they installed lamps in this tube. SpongeBob, something weird's happening to the music. I'd like to go back to having 60 frames per second. I want to get out of this bar now.
You can unlock the gates if you find all the keys around the track.
Or maybe we could just run through the gates, right? Like no, not run, but you know, it's like what the Flintstones do when they're in their cars and they're moving their feet, except it's automated and it's with a Krabby Patty vehicle. We can use the Krabby Patty to break the gates open. Do I need to explain myself further? All right, here we go. Let's experiment. Let's go. Yeah! The key. All right, we're turning back. No, Patrick, I don't. All right, now we just gotta get 2 more. And there it is, right over there. I forgot how to ignite shit. I actually, like, you know, in all seriousness, forgot. Like, it is not a joke. I forgot what the controls were. Please, someone send help. Or is it the L button? It's the R button! It's the R button! Ah! The sloop has arrived! That was the most elaborate parking lot I've ever seen.
Well done, SpongeBob and Patrick. Here is your reward.
Yeah, many just had this Goofy Goober coin. It's not really applicable for real world applications, but hey, at least it's something. I can't wait for there to be a SpongeBob episode where the Goofy Goober gets into cryptocurrency and it creates its own NFT.
I'll be right back.
Swag Bob.
You can let go now.
What a very trustworthy person on the ice cream stand.
What kind of old lady are you?
It is actually a tongue. The old lady is a giant predatory fish. I said what it was. It's got a big ass, too. This poor soul underestimates my power, for you see, I have mastered the art of doing a constant cartwheel. I am constantly on the move. You cannot catch up. I see you've upped your strategy. Very smart. Oh, and you're going right back to your first plan of just running at me. Oh, so I see that you have circumvented. You've devised a new strategy. You're just getting into a real tongue twister, aren't you? I like how even after we defeated the boss, it's still very much standing.
Come on, kitties. Have some ice cream.
Come on, kiddies. Here's some concept drawings that we decided to use in the game. I can't believe they're using the rough drafts for the cutscenes. Mindy Ex Machina, whoa! She's here to give us the bad news about how utterly fucked our home is. Whoops.
So, in order to become men, they cry like little babies.
It's okay to vent your emotions. I wonder if there's a BuzzFeed article about how toxic masculinity is rooted all the way back in history to this point. It's like when after this movie came out, it became much more prominent in like millennials.
The trench is pretty deep.
That's what I said to your mother last night. Wow, wow, wow. This game really is negatively influencing me.
And very dark.
Patrick. You gotta admire Patrick for doubling down on the bit. Oh, no bathtub this time? Can't wait to meet the locals in this underground civilization. I bet you they're really nice. I bet you they're very, like, kind-hearted spirits. And they have, like, wonderful personalities. And they're just, like, a riot to be around. They're, like, super fun and stuff. And they value my opinions. Patrick, we're men now. We're fully grown adults. We are beyond the point of puberty and having human emotions. Society dictates that we have to be... The only emotion we're allowed to have, Patrick, as labeled by society, is anger. And we also get rewarded for being angry. Because that's what masculinity is all about. Hi, I'm Spongebob. I just wanted to let you know that I have a bigger penis than you. Spongebob and Patrick are just so insecure about their masculinity that they just have to keep flaunting their small dick energy to everybody. And now they're in the makeshift rock bottom doing it. Yeah, and plus Mindy gave them like seaweed mustaches. And they're going like no holds barred with the placebo effect. I see a reference to the movie. A movie reference in a movie game? Insane. Oh my god, Patrick's flesh is being stretched out by that weird crab thing! A bunch of colorful characters in this pleasant, happy neighborhood. It's as happy and pleasant as like the neighborhood in Moral Oral, except instead of religion, it's monsters.
Awesome. You have enough Goofy Goober tokens to earn your next ability, the Sponge Bowl.
Ah, yes. I now have the ability to go bowling like a true man.
It's really useful on things you don't want to get too close to.
Like your wife. I can't talk today.
Men aren't afraid of the dark.
Yeah, real men are also afraid of talking about their feelings.
You need to...
Inevitably, the placebo effect is gonna wear off. SpongeBob is getting into a fight with one of the neighbors again. He said he had a tiny Schlinky-Dorf, and Patrick, you know, reacted as a man should. He's got to assert dominance in his territory. It's also very important to remember that as a man, you have to make really sexist and racist jokes. Like, it is one of the cornerstones of being a true man. Gotta tell you about this tragedy in my childhood. When I was a kid, I struggled to do the horizontal wall jumps. It took me hours to like really come to grips with the fundamentals of wall jumping, but going forward instead of up. It was a heartbreaking trial. And it took me like weeks figuring out the mechanics and everything. But now look at me. I have grown as a person. I also have like a massive dong. I mean, you can't comprehend how massive it is. I am a true man. I play SpongeBob on an emulator. Oh, 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 oh. There are bubbles in the lava. This is not easy. This level right here is not easy. It took me like a whopping like fucking hour to get through the whole thing. We're gonna do it anyway. Let's go. Gotta prove to the world how manly I am by playing through this ridiculously difficult battle royale. I'm gonna buy Call of Duty Vanguard, and I'm gonna curse out a bunch of kids. Because we all know that, like, edgy 12-year-olds play that kind of stuff. So yeah, you can, as you can see, one does not simply knock them out in a single hit. The best strategy that I could come up with is flanking them, and dying multiple times and inevitably tilting. Giving into my primal instincts as a man to be angry. I feel like I've suddenly become like a person who actively reads BuzzFeed articles. And somebody who watches life hack channels unironically. I watched a life hack video of somebody turning toilet paper into basically a makeshift nuclear warhead. It was fucking crazy. But I don't think it actually is true. Does anyone else think the Krabby Patties look a little overcooked? You know, Plankton is the one producing the Krabby Patties now. And because of that, I think it kind of explains quite a bit. You know what I'm surprised by? The fact that these Krabby Patties weren't, like, poisoned. Because now he's in charge of, like, you know, the Krabby Patty secret formula. And he has, like, total, like, jurisdiction over the burgers. And everything. Patrick, I strongly encourage you to go seek out a doctor. Your skin should not be stretched out that much. Also, we got some sea cucumbers over here. I'm gonna destroy this pumpkin. Are pumpkins supposed to have this green gaseous substance in it? And is it safe to breathe in? So we have all these monster fishes, and then we have like those thugs from the bar here for some reason. I guess they're here for the same reason we are, to flaunt how manly and fucking chadly we are. Hey, I could survive in this acid. Viewers, I need you to look away from the screen for me. SpongeBob's ass is totally, like, in the shot. If you stare too deep into the abyss, you won't be able to look away. And what's inside of that abyss, it's beautiful. It's like a universe where all the terrible things in our universe don't exist. It's like you're in a constant state of euphoria. It's like SpongeBob's ass is an SCP.
Is the room spinning or is it just me?
Yeah, the room actually is spinning. Like, I feel really dizzy, but the good kind of dizzy. Because I stared into your gluteus maximus. Is it just me? Or did that snail creature say something about, like, the Latin community? It did kind of sound like they were saying Latino. It's my favorite SpongeBob character, Larry the Lobster. You looking sad over there? Good, you deserve to be sad for being in my way. Out of context, but I have a hot take. But do you think that Adam Driver would be a dumb driver? Now to get sued for libel. Hey, get back here. I'm warning you, if you don't come back here, you silly little goose, I'm gonna smack you. I just want to have a pleasant conversation about the beauties of Christianity. Have you ever heard of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, character from Monsters? Why does everyone keep running away from me? I'm just trying to make some new friends down here. I want to get to know the community of real monsters. Might have something to do with me throwing bowling balls at everybody. In Bikini Bottom, that's considered an affectionate gesture. But it also requires them to go to an ER. This pumpkin looks very destructible. I have angered the pumpkin gods, it seems. They're now sending in the sea cucumbers to enact their justice. And also the snails that have an affection for Latin people. Sometimes I think they're saying Surfshack Tito, who was another character from a Nickelodeon IP, and also one of Chris Chan's trolls. But I feel like it's forbidden to talk about that person because of the thing he did that I cannot even say. Because it's really fucked up. Like, it is really horrible what he did. Or she, I mean. Fuck, now I'm gonna get canceled. Imagine being the most documented person in the world. The least I can do is respect her pronouns. Jesus Christ, Matt. You just gotta come in here on these stupid streams, flaunting your toxic masculinity and your old conservative views. You fucking subhuman troglodyte piece of shit. Also, you know, the other day, I saved a cat. I gave them cat treats. I didn't take them in or anything. The real enemy is this weird thing over here. Now it's gone. Rip. The most dangerous boss. It's just looking at me. It's not really doing anything. These game cubes have spikes on them. Hey, I know how to make a game more difficult. You just put spikes on things. I honestly thought the Chuckster from Super Mario Sunshine was gonna show up.
How much of a man do I have to be?
Patrick, you deserve to be castrated. Where will this take me? Oh, it just leaves me marooned on this island. There's a plot inconsistency. SpongeBob and Patrick, they had no mustaches. And they were just like joyously walking through the harrowing trench. Like the mustaches don't even like exist anymore. It's like they never have from the start.
Standing in their way is a field full of stanky garbage, but with shells
The trash
somewhere
utopia.
on the other side.
Ah, I
They have
see
no
we're
choice
finally
but
here.
to push on.
After all these years.
Plankton is using those televisions to brainwash unsuspecting ocean creatures.
Can't believe
You
Plankton
must
is using
destroy
those
televisions.
televisions. I have unlocked the default move from the good game, the good SpongeBob
Now
game.
with him.
Plankton's using those TVs to try and trick people to come to Bikini Bottom. If they go, they'll become slaves in his army.
Wow, we must have been gone from Bikini Bottom for such a long time. This franchise has taken a seriously dark turn that I don't think anyone could have suspected. Not once would I ever suspect a character from SpongeBob enforcing slavery and taking part in fish trafficking. It's heinous. It's morally heinous. It's like after Plankton got the secret formula, he just went full evil. Also, why is SpongeBob in his karate gear? Wow, they just killed off the main protagonist. Though he lived. But it would have been ballsy. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's piss down there. This is a toilet. Aren't they enslaved by Plankton? I think I'm killing innocent people that were under Plankton's mind control. That's horrible, man. I know how to destroy a TV. You take a tiny watermelon and you just throw it. You can also use a larger watermelon, but honestly, I think that would just be gratuitous. I can stun them, and then I can actually throw them, right? Yeah, I can. That's even more depraved. Help. I'm stuck. I got myself into a terrible situation. Okay, so I'm kind of like worried that this, oh god, the watermelon died! The watermelon died! The melon! Such a bold and brash decision. They put the word boob in the game. It's an obvious attempt by Nickelodeon to brainwash children into becoming greedy little pervs. Ripe for their control.
Don't laugh at me.
No one's laughing when they're dead, Patrick. It's time for me to upgrade Patrick's melon throwing skills. He just throws things a little bit harder. That's all he does. Whoa! Can I just say that this level is absolute trash? Get it? I always have to make sure people get the joke because I'm insecure that I'm gonna get canceled. And who knows, it may happen sooner than you think. Oh. That was totally not disorienting. Hey, do you wanna know what's also very disorienting? Just installing a fucking fan in the middle of, like, the eternal void. and placing it in front of these blocks that I clearly need to use in order to move. Ooh!
Plan Z, Plan Z, Plan Z, Plan
You think you're hot shit because you're using the last letter of the alphabet. It makes me remember all of the other plans you did. A through Y, all of them failed.
All hail Plankton!
Yes, I get it. You stroke to yourself in the mirror in the morning. Just shut your freaking mouth, please. So, I'm guessing the twist is that the piss is going to start floating up the second I touch this platform. Or this platform. You really gonna make me wait? Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to be the one to do it then. I'm gonna press this button, and then the piss is gonna start flowing upward. See? It's actually happening. These are cans of pickles marinating in the stuff. Are they pickle cans? I don't really know. It's been tens of thousands of years since they were left in the deepest depths of the sea. They've been marinating so much that they aren't recognizable as pickles anymore. They're not even sea pickles. They're just read an H.P. Lovecraft story. One of the latest editions was about eldritch pickles marinating in piss under the sea for tens of thousands of years. It developed sentience and sapience, and they are cold and calculating. And when you eat a pickle from the marinade, it turns you into a sociopath. No, actually it turns you into a cringy Let's Player, which is arguably worse than being a sociopath. But in all fairness, according to journalists, all gamers are sociopaths. I think I understand why the radical left is getting into speedrunning. It's because they ate pickles. This playthrough sure has been getting a little too political for my liking. Oh, it's all ice now. They decided to put the GameCubes in the freezer. I'm guessing that they wanted to overclock their GameCubes so that they could play Smash Bros. Melee at 4K resolution. It was really the only way you could overclock your CPUs back in the day. You just put your freaking GameCubes in the freezer or whatever console you want, and when you took it out, like, it was so cold that you could, like, push to the maximum settings. Ah! Actually, I love SpongeBob. My favorite seasons were the ones that were after season 3 onwards. My favorite episode was when Squidward got his fucking toenail ripped off, and apparently he had a toenail that we didn't know about. You know, he kind of deserved it, to be honest. Because he exists. He deserves all the capital punishment in the world. Oh, you're adding spikes to the fucking trampolines now? Are you kidding me? That's fucking evil, man. Like, I shouldn't be subjugated to this, but Squidward definitely deserves it. I don't know. Like I just hate Squidward for no reason. You know, kind of like the writers for the more recent SpongeBob episodes. And when I say recent, I mean seasons 4 through now, which are the best episodes of SpongeBob ever. I've said so many controversial things today. I need to be stopped.